stumbled upon the shopping cart theory the other day, and I thought it was rather interesting, and it made me think of a different theory which kind of touches on the same thing. We'll go through this shopping cart theory first, then I'll tell you about the other one, and you tell me what you think. The shopping cart is the ultimate litmus test for whether a person is capable of self-governing. To return the shopping cart is an easy, convenient task, and one which we all recognise as the correct, appropriate thing to do. To return the shopping cart is objectively right. There are no situations other than dire emergencies in which a person is not able to return their cart. Simultaneously, it is not illegal to abandon your shopping cart. Therefore, the shopping cart presents itself as the apex example of whether a person will do what is right without being forced to do it. No one will punish you for not returning the shopping cart. No one will fine you or kill you for not returning the shopping cart. You gain nothing by returning the shopping cart. You must return the shopping cart out of the goodness of your own heart. You must return the shopping cart because it is the right thing to do, because it is correct. A person who is unable to do this is no better than an animal, an absolute savage, who can only be made to do what is right by threatening them with a law and the force that stands behind it. The shopping cart is what determines whether a person is a good or bad member of society. Now, of course, there are reasons why someone might not want to return the shopping cart, such as it's raining and they don't have an umbrella, and to go from their car to the shopping cart bay, they would get absolutely drenched. So yeah, they're not going to return the cart in that situation. But all things being considered equal, a bright sunny day, people return the cart and some people don't. Some people quite happily just abandon the cart into an empty space, and some just wedge it between their car and another and they drive off delicately or whatever. So do you agree with that? I kind of do. I wouldn't necessarily call the person a savage, but I think it tells you a lot about the person itself. And another thing that does came from the movie, the Mission Impossible movie, with Seymour Hoffman in it. And in that, he's the bad guy, but he was being treated very badly while he was being chained up, or he was tied up. And he said you can tell a lot about a person by the way they treat someone they're not obligated to treat well. If I'm a waiter, a waitress, I'm serving you, I'm obligated to treat you well because it's part of my job description. But if I'm the customer, I don't have that obligation. Do I treat you well anyway? Or do I talk down to you? Do I belittle you? Do I treat you like you're some kind of slave? I think that's similar to the shopping cart. There's no punishment for you if you don't treat the person well, there's no punishment coming your way. No one's going to slap you because you weren't nice to the person. But what do you do out of just your own goodness, of your own heart? Are you doing it because it's the correct thing to do? I think that's another thing that's a good sign of whether a person is a good member of society or not. That is, how do they treat someone who they're not obligated to treat well?